Gutterball.
All right. We got Gutterball episode 5 coming at you. Got me, Brandon, Paul, and Jack. Got your hosts here coming at you this week.
Hard to
And let
believe
me
it.
tell you, big number
Already a
5 is
month in.
exciting. That is true. I was thinking that earlier today, actually, about how if we do it consistently in 1 year. Or we're already at less than a year, and we could celebrate our 1 year.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to laugh right now. I'm looking under the notes for today's episode here, and Jackson didn't say Joe Biden. He put Joe Byron, and that's making me bust. I don't know why.
Joe Byron.
So yeah, Joe
There's
Byron's sick with COVID.
an Indian guy. I don't know if he's Indian. I don't even want to put him in the race, but he has some facial deformity, and I assume some learning disability. And he calls Joe Byron, and he calls him out. Calls out Joe Byron a lot.
Oh God, man, Joe Byron. Well, yeah, he's sick
Yeah.
with COVID. Apparently mild symptoms. Not really much to talk about there. Hopefully he pulls through, because I really don't want that vice president in charge.
I
I don't want anyone in charge.
I don't
I want anarchy.
I don't want anybody in charge. Why don't we just elect a baby? How about a baby for president?
Yeah.
Why don't we put him
Pretty
up there
funny.
with a couple of rattle shakers, and maybe he'll just, if he walks to one side of the room, that's how he votes on an issue. If he goes to the other side,
Yeah,
Or if he
kind of like the
chooses a certain
Groundhog Day.
toy. Yeah, if the baby chooses a certain toy, that's how they decide on like bill issues and shit. It would be
That's
way
good.
it'd be way better, because we'd be leaving it up to chance and into the hands of a small child.
Yeah, I like that. Mass starvation, or we could focus on climate change.
Yeah.
Or
it's like
baby change is climate change, fortunately.
it's like something super ridiculous. It's like stay in a Cold War with Russia or nuke China out of the blue. Just like something super fun. They're like
It's kind of like
they're betting on the baby, like walking to something like into the bed. They're like, go on, like everyone's throwing money down. They got cigars and shit. It's like a back alley gambling.
Cockfighting.
Yeah, cockfighting. Hell yeah. Playing Baccarat and some backstreet alleys, betting your life savings and your wife's car and Baccarat. Sorry, honey. Chevy Cruze is gone.
Her eyes are wide open. She can't believe it.
Yeah, she can't believe it. Well, yeah, what's new with you guys? How's life been? It's been a long week for me. I've had a lot of shit going on. How about you guys?
I'm dealing with the first thing I've ever had happen is kind of like losing a best friend because he moved away, like all the way to Colorado, so about like 1,000 miles away. So I know it's happened to Paul with Ivan. He kind of moved away. So it's kind of dealing with that, kind of like a new adjustment because
It sucks at
hang out.
first because you would
Yeah.
hang out with them like every day, right? Yeah. So it's
Right,
just
yeah,
like,
but
it
I'm
gets
finding to
weird.
be all right. The podcast keeps me going, and you know, pretty chill, but definitely a new adjustment to life for sure.
Yeah. Brandon, what's new with you?
Not shit. Still kind of getting back slowly into working like normal. And not much. I'm super excited. Gonna go see Nope tonight.
Oh yeah, I really wanted to go see
I'm
that
super
today.
pumped.
Yeah, we were gonna go see Nope. We ended up going to the zoo. It's my girlfriend's birthday today, so we ended up doing a couple things. I took work off, and the zoo was dope. I haven't been to a zoo in a long time, but
The Como.
yeah, the Como Zoo. Every time I went there, and still Timberwolves weren't there. They weren't there.
Really?
They were hiding again. They don't like to
The
come
one
out.
time I was there, I thought it was kind of overrated. I mean, it was
it's
free,
yeah,
so I can't
so-
complain.
Yeah, we
But-
always donate, like, well, I should say always. When we go to zoos and shit like that that's free, we typically put donations in, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And it made me think, I'm like, how the fuck do zoos stay open? And I go there today and I'm like, holy shit, I forget everybody has kids. And like, so it's just like nothing but kids there, right? I just completely,
Yeah.
I don't know, just like way over my head. I'm like, how does zoos stay open? I get there and I'm like, right, children.
I'm kind of split on zoos. I like them, but also really dislike them
Yeah,
at the
that's
same
why I
time.
And
It's
I know what
great
you
that
mean.
it's great when you're protecting animals that are gonna get fucking poached or anyway, so that's great. But like some of those like animals are just, I guess, some of the smarter ones, I guess, quotations, the monkeys are like sad. They don't want to be in that shit. Let them
Yeah,
go off and do their
Any
own shit.
any of the felines or
Right.
canines
They
or
know, like they get sad.
primates,
I could tell. I could tell
fuck the
the.
fish and insects.
Yeah,
Fuck
I don't
them.
give a fuck about sure. Yeah.
I was in there
Insects, you
harpooning.
put
I was
them
in
in
there
there.
harpooning them. The zookeeper didn't care. I was
Yeah,
getting
no, they
free.
don't give a shit
I was
about
just getting
them.
free
No.
koi out of the pond. Just some free koi. He just said I could
Who gives a
have it.
fuck?
Spear
Nah,
was right
whatever.
Koi
there.
fish are pretty sick. If
They
I
are
had the
cool.
money, I would be one of those people that would have a sick koi pond in their
Oh yeah.
house. Not
One
gonna
of
lie.
my old buddies who was quite wealthy because both his parents were doctors, he had a koi pond in his fucking backyard. Like really, really cool shit.
Yeah,
I would love
Must
to
be
have that as well.
nice.
I'm not
Yeah.
a huge fan of zoos either. They just cut, again, they make me sad basically for the same reasons you guys. When I was there today, the silverback gorillas and the orangutans, you could tell just like didn't want to be there. The smaller monkeys though didn't really seem to give a shit. Like the guys that hang and fucking jump, the really agile
Yeah.
ones, they didn't seem to give a shit. They looked like they were having the time of their life, fucking jumping
Well, that's
around
because
and shit.
their space. You got to think their space is just as big as the gorillas.
Yeah.
Not just as big, but I mean, they're so much smaller. They have so
Yeah.
much more to do in
Well,
there.
also you got to think they might have been bred in captivity, so that's all they know.
Yeah.
Versus these older ones might have just been brought. I don't know.
And then
years
and again,
ago.
like I think the other way, yeah, it's shitty they're in cages, whatever. But usually they're generally like fed, well taken care of. And one thing I saw today was like, I think it's when I was there and I saw the penguins. It said like they on average live 15 years in the wild. One of their penguins there is like just had its 26th birthday or something. So like that's kind of
Nice.
cool. Like
Yeah.
animals
Yeah,
are living longer than they would.
I know
But it's
exactly
also,
what you.
but it's also like you look
Yeah.
at it this way too. Would they have had a better life 15 years out in the wild or living 26 years here in this enclosure, getting fed probably the same thing every day? I don't know. I think they
Yeah,
try to keep them
At
entertained.
at that point, it's just like they're being human and like
right.
they're just bored.
Yeah,
Like, okay, yeah, they're locked up, but they're safe and being fed,
exactly.
and they live longer, but they're bored, so they're
Yeah.
probably suicidal. You know what I mean? They're like,
Well,
fuck,
kind of like
get me
sharks and
out.
shit. They'll just kill themselves. They don't play with that shit.
That's true.
But also, fuck SeaWorld. Say that. Make sure
Yeah.
that's out there.
They didn't have the polar
Yeah,
bears
but they
weren't
straight
out.
up. People don't like them because they straight up mistreat the
Mhm.
whales and shit, isn't it? Though
That's what it is, and I'm
They're
not saying that like
abusive.
most zoos are.
whales
very,
are
very
huge
good to
though,
their
and I
animals.
guess that makes sense. They shouldn't be in captivity. Whales are fucking massive. There's
Those
no
are
reason for
one
them
of
to
my
be.
biggest fears for some reason. Like I couldn't imagine being in the water with a whale. Like, nope.
Any
Fuck that
sea
shit,
creature.
dude.
I don't like.
I would
I don't
just
like.
pass out of
I
fear.
don't like
Because
Couldn't
it's
big
do it.
water
because
like that.
it's because it's their
None of it.
domain and not yours, and they can fucking move around in it way better than you can. So that's why it's fucking scary. Like you're
I'd
not.
rather
Dude, thinking about it
be-
right now makes me terrified. I don't like
I'd
it.
rather be stranded in space than in the ocean.
Me too.
I
I'd rather
hate
fight
open
fight an
water.
alien.
I don't
Yeah.
like it.
For sure.
You know what would be even worse? Imagine being like Subnautica. Imagine being stuck in an ocean on a alien planet.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
There's
Listen,
already
I'm not
shit I
about
don't
any
know
of that.
exists in the like with my luck. I go in the ocean, swim deep down once, and I get fucking attacked by something no one's ever even seen before.
Yeah.
Fucking rips me in half.
Fucking rips me. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye.
See, I don't even mind if that happens. Please rip me in half. End it fast.
Yeah.
Don't fucking torment with me. Fucking picks you up and starts fucking with you.
Yeah, sharks will. They'll just take a bite out of you and swim away. They'll be like, I don't like this shit.
Imagine if it was so big, like how humans will like fuck with like an insect. Imagine like just some ocean creature coming up and
Like,
like-
what are you?
in your hand, like in their hand, just fucking with you for hours
Oh,
before they squish you. I would puke.
Like a
I
kid.
think you would drown by that point. They'd
I
just
would
be
hope
playing with your
so.
corpse.
Yeah. God, Jesus Christ.
Let the
What's that
water take
called,
your last breath
though?
away.
The deep,
What?
the fear of deep water.
That's called
Thalassophobia.
the lassophobia. The
Thalassophobia?
lassophobia. And then
Thalasso.
there's also one called submechanic phobia, and that is a fear of like submerged man-made objects, such as boats and such,
Boats
and
and shit. Yeah,
like
fuck that.
oar
Titanic.
boats, and like I can do pontoons and shit like that, but like big oar boats or something, like ones that are like 50 feet up, dude, I can't be near those because
Oh.
they're terrifying to me. I remember one time when I was a child, I went to Madden Island for a little bit, and there was one of those big boats like a yacht, but it was outside of the water, and I remember just standing next to it, almost fucking passing out because like I don't know, there's something about that I just don't fuck with.
I don't like
Fair.
anything big in size.
Mm.
It. I don't like heights and like yeah, anything big in size, like the lift bridge in Duluth. If I stand
Mm.
at the base of it and I look straight up, I get super dizzy. I feel like I'm gonna
Yeah.
fall off the earth. I gotta
Hmm.
grab onto the grass.
Yeah, none of that stuff really has bothered me. I
Yeah.
actually really enjoy heights. Like one of my first things I considered for a profession was being a linesman or a power line worker, basically.
Hmm.
The only reason why I didn't do it is because the schooling for it around here is in like I'm forgetting the name of the town in Minnesota, but it's in like the middle of nowhere, and the population's like 10,000, and I just didn't want to move away there for like 2 to 3 years to do that school. It would have just been
Hmm.
so goddamn boring. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any fears that I can think of off the top of my head. Other than just
Nothing.
like generic, I don't fuck with snakes and shit. Like I do not like
Hmm.
snakes. Not a
Fuck
fan of
that.
snakes.
Don't
Why do they move like that? How do they move like that? Don't like it. Not a fan. Stay
get
away.
that the hell away
Yeah,
from me.
yeah. Don't fuck with snakes. That's about it. I'm like Indiana Jones. No fears except snakes.
Snakes, bugs.
Oh,
I don't like
really?
bugs.
Yeah, no, I don't like anything with more than 4 legs.
No, I don't like. Nah, I don't fuck with a
I don't
lot of
fuck with
shit.
spiders either. Most of them.
No.
Heights and spiders are my two big phobias. 100%.
Probably the
Fuck
two most
spider.
common, I would say too. Anyways.
I know. I'm a
Yeah.
basic.
Well, there's difference between heights and ledges. Remember that? Because if you can go on like a building with like 30 floors or whatnot, and just like not even be at the top, but just be inside, and you're fine with it, that means you're not afraid of heights. You're just afraid of ledges. But some people are both.
I can tell when I'm on a high level in a building. I
Yeah,
don't know what
then
it
it's
is. I
fair
can
both
feel
then.
it in my body. Like I
Hmm.
just don't feel like I don't like it.
What if we're scared of the sun, like Nick Swartzen's character in Benchwarmers?
Oh my god.
I knew
Dude,
right
there are
away
people
what
that
you
are
were
like
getting
that
at.
too. Crazy. Like,
Yeah, I
there are
mean,
people that are
it's
allergic
sad.
to the sun.
Yeah, it's fucked. That's sad.
That's weird shit.
Mhm.
There was
I
somebody
watched
actually
documentary on
allergic to
that.
water, wasn't there? One
Mhm.
time?
There was a
Or
kid
I'm
that
sure
was
it's happened
allergic to
more
his
than
own
once,
hair.
but that's unfortunate.
Well, when you gotta think about the span of human life, you're like, "Yeah, it checks out. That's happened gotta happen eventually,"
At some
just
point,
with
yeah. At
genetics
that
and
point,
shit.
put me down below.
Right, yeah.
Honestly,
Fuck
just
that.
fucking put me out of my
Yeah.
misery.
Kinda
Like,
like the guy with, like, no he's just a torso. Like, that was bound to happen,
Oh,
and it happened quite
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
times, it's fucked up. Um,
it
you
is.
know?
Yeah, birth defects
Also
like
put me
that.
out of my misery.
I feel really bad for those people that get birth defects
Mhm.
like that. I
Oh,
could never imagine it.
100%.
I
But
take
then
so
some of
much shit
them
for
Oh,
granted.
yeah,
would be
100%.
like, "Fuck you for saying that about me," like, I'm
Yeah,
still thriving
yeah.
just fine, but,
And you know
um,
what? I'm sure I mean, you are
respect for
right.
them.
If I was that way, I'm sure I wouldn't feel that way, but
Mhm, right.
it's yeah, no, definitely a lot of like I can't even wrap my mind around living with something like anybody like that, but
For a very long time, what I wanted to do for a career was like help disabled people and shit like that. Like be like one of those guys in school that like stays with one person throughout their years of school, and like assist them. Like I always wanted to do
Mhm.
that. I don't know why I never really
gotcha.
got it. I think it's like after being a PCA and like how underpaid and how like underappreciated you are as a
Well, yeah,
personal
no,
care assistant.
they don't get paid shit.
So it was just like it wasn't just the pay, it was just it got really like mentally draining. Like it got to be a very mentally draining job, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And I will say this: so, like I've worked with tons of disabled people, like across multiple jobs I've had, and they are super hard workers, and they're really no different than you and I, other than just sometimes,
Oh no.
like they're not different than you and I at all, really. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Um, yeah, fuck that. We're very lucky, very fortunate. Because some people aren't as fortunate as us, right?
Yeah. I'm I'm glad yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Fuck you, man. Why'd you have to laugh like that? Now you got me laughing. Okay. Um.
'Cause,
Is the
yeah, I mean, fucking no. I'm very happy and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
yeah.
I got
Which is also why I think I really like to see the advances in technology we have for those people to make their lives as easy as possible, right? Just such as like even just the motorized wheelchair, the leap and bound, just like being able to have a battery powered chair that just fucking gets you around
Right.
24/7. That's fucking dope.
Well, think
Like,
about
yeah, go ahead.
what I think about is like if you have an IQ below 83, I believe, like it is illegal for you to be in the United States Army because you can't do any job that would be productive because you couldn't understand it, right? So like below 83 is kind of like mental retardation. And if you think about this, that's about um 11 to 12% of our population. And it's getting a little bit higher each, as time goes by. And technology is becoming more difficult and whatnot. Like even an easy job like working at McDonald's can become really difficult.
Yeah.
So like as we like progress into this technology, you think about what are all those people gonna do for jobs because it gets really scary because that's a lot of people. Like 11 to 12% doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot of fucking people. Um, so I just think about
Well,
that,
I mean,
like
I feel like that's also part of just our schooling system is just shit.
right. But what was Paul was saying was we need to find ways to integrate them into being able to do shit like that or
Yeah,
make their lives
and
easier.
which is
And
why
that's
like
definitely
see,
Yeah.
important.
There's
so
definitely been good steps of that in the
yeah,
last decade. I mean,
like now kids can get like Deus Ex style fucking cyber bionic arms that I think, don't quote me on this, I think literally somehow connect to your tendons or something that like detect and they literally like fucking
Yes.
work.
it's
Or
what it
maybe you can
seems
Hmm.
go
like.
somewhere.
I've
Yeah,
seen
like
shit
Hmm.
like that.
they're
They get like the
obviously
nerve
thousands of
endings.
dollars probably. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, I
like
can't imagine how expensive it is.
yeah, like it's probably way like not going to be available for like regular people for a while, but like even
No.
that, like, and then like I don't agree with the whole Elon Musk wants to put a he's designing that chip to put in your head type deal. I don't agree with that, but I do see that as a good gateway for people that might have disabilities to help them with motor control and shit like that. Who knows?
Mhm.
Like there's so many things that can cover that, right?
I feel like
Yeah.
we might not see that in our lifetime just
Probably not.
because that is such like just to fathom that, oh, you can just tap into your brain. I'm going to do a little computer thing, like or also if I can change shit about your like neurology, what else can I do? Can I just shut it off and be like your brain's brain dead? So, see you
Yeah.
later, idiot, Um, it's like the morality of it. It's like should you really even do
Yeah,
that,
man, I'm gonna hack into your head chip, make you trip balls for 2 weeks
Yeah,
straight.
dude. Right? They could
Just
do
raise
that. I
the
mean,
levels.
it's not like they haven't before, but
If you haven't seen, this is kind of reminding me of something. If you haven't seen it on Netflix, I think it's a Netflix original called Spiderhead. It's with that Miles Teller actor, and I think it's Brad Pitt. Or no, who's the guy who plays Thor?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
It's Chris Hemsworth. Sorry, it's Chris Hemsworth and that Miles Teller guy. Watch that movie Spiderhead on Netflix. It's kind of like this. Basically, like these people were supposed to go to prison, but they were instead put in this like program that you had an option of going into instead of going to prison, where they're testing drugs on you that like literally can just control you, change your emotion. So like they literally like you're behind one panel glass, ask you how you're doing, they move the dial, and they make you sad or they make you angry or they make you in love with the person in front of you and like want you to make like will literally make you fuck somebody. Like it's pretty crazy. So like check that movie out. That's kind of what this is reminding me of. It's kind of a odd style movie I've never seen before. Pretty dope.
Speaking of mind control, off topic, but recently I've been taking antidepressants for the last like year or so, I'd say, and
Yeah.
I'm recently tapering off of one. Um and I have some withdrawals from them, and it's kind of interesting. I never thought I would have them from like that. Usually, you get flu-like symptoms from
Yeah.
withdrawals of antidepressants, but one of them is sudden bursts of like needing to cry. So like that's kind of like some weird like kind of like in the terms of like mind control, but it's kind of weird how that happens. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on last Gutterball episode, I don't know if you watch it over again, you can see that kind of happened to be there, and I kind of had to be like, "What the fuck,"
Hey,
Really?
Um,
wow, I didn't know that,
yeah,
man.
and I'm glad I found out about it, because, like, I thought I was just bipolar as fuck. I'm like, "Oh, I'm insane. I'm just crying for no reason." I'm like, "Oh, it's just the withdrawals from it." I never
Damn, dude,
thought I
I've
would have
never
that.
heard of that. That's crazy.
Mm-mm. Isn't that weird?
You know what that kind of
Well,
reminds me of? Oh, go ahead, Howard.
no,
Go
it's
ahead.
just the whole mental health shit is it's crazy how it's different for everybody.
Mhm.
It's impossible to explain to somebody. And like I know people like cuz I go through the same thing. I also take antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds, and I know people firsthand who've never had that problem, who, and I guess even I, before I had that problem, was like,
Yeah.
kind of get over it type deal. Not
Mhm.
really not understanding it, just being kind of ignorant about it. And then like
Mhm.
once you have it, then you're like, oh wow, I don't know how I could explain this to somebody who doesn't have it with other than giving those stereotypical answers that somebody would give, like
Mhm.
what do you like what is being depressed or whatever feel like, and it's like
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's the best way to explain it is those bleak words, but those don't even cover it really. I
Right.
mean, it's crazy. It's a
Yeah.
battle, but
Jack and I
pills
noticed.
are great.
Yeah, Jack and I had someone close to us that was addicted to meth for years, and when he came off of it, I think he kind of had almost those same things, where it almost seemed like he was gonna cry sometimes.
Mhm.
In the first couple months after he had finally, like went to rehab, got his life straight, and like yeah, that just kind of reminded me of that. It's crazy to say that you were on depressants and that's kind of happening to you, and how someone who was addicted to like a street drug, right, that
Mhm.
does something
Right.
entirely different for the most part, can cause those kind of same side effects of withdrawal.
Yeah, I also it's not just that, I do get the headaches, which sucks. I'd really rather just throw up than have a headache, to be honest with you. But
Oh, same here. I love vomiting.
like
It's weird to
yeah.
say, but like
Yeah.
there could be
If I
worse
could throw up.
things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I just thought it was very interesting. And I'm glad I was just talking to my psychiatrist the other day, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, you might just randomly fucking cry." And didn't even bring it up to her, and I'm like, "Oh, all right, that makes sense.
Is
Okay.
there a
Good to know."
reason
See,
why
but
you want
doesn't
to?
that make you feel
Oh,
better finding
Yes, it
that out
does.
that that's a
Yeah.
reason?
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like
because
that's such a relief.
I'm not
I've
joking
been
because
there.
um I was like in testing for like maybe bipolar, and I thought, "Oh shit, if I'm doing this, am I just really bipolar?" But I'm like, "No, it's the meds." So it's good to know
Yeah.
that.
Is there a reason why you're coming off those depressants? Are you switching to a different one, or?
My stomach, dude, it keeps making one of these antidepressants is making my stomach upset,
Uh,
and I figure it was that one. But also, what I wasn't doing and I should have been doing is you're supposed to take it in the morning and eat something, and I was not doing that, and that's why
Oh,
my stomach was
yeah.
fucking me up.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah, you
A
gotta
lot
eat
of
some
those you're
breakfast,
supposed
homie.
to eat
yeah, hmm,
something with it.
Granola
yeah,
bar at least.
exactly.
A little piece of toast.
Mhm. But either way, I did try it, like, eating with it for, like, a week or 2, because on this lower dose, and I still had upset stomach, so it could still be due to the med, but, I don't know. I'd like to figure that out, though.
Well, hey man, I hope that all goes well. We figure it out. That
Mhm,
I have only pills I've only ever been on. Like I don't take any pills daily or any medications like that. I've been very fortunate for the most part, but I was very I've had my spells of depression and anxiety, more so deep depression, and I was on antidepressants for about 6 months when I was like a junior in high school. And after 6 months, I was like, I don't like how these make me feel. They were literally making me a robot, and I knew it was. Like, I just didn't have it. Not only did it remove those sad emotions, I was not that I wasn't happy, I couldn't even express it. Felt
mhm,
nothing. So, obviously, everybody says try different depressants. It takes a long time to find one that works for you. I just didn't really give up there. I was just like, I'm just going to deal with this stuff on my own. And that's just kind of what I've done for the time being. Probably a
Yeah.
bad choice, considering I stopped seeing a
Not
therapist
really.
and stuff, but it's been
It's
working for me so far. I definitely do have
different
some
for everyone.
underlying problems, but
mhm.
yeah, it's different for everybody.
Because
Well, the thing about
before oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, the thing about antidepressants is for some people, they can take them and that just fixes like a lot of shit and it works out great for them. Other people, they can try like me 5 or 6 different ones and they do minimal, it is crazy how much it is different for everybody. But
Yeah.
did you
I had
holler?
the no, it's just the first one I took. It was actually I'm still taking it now. I've been taking it for years, and I've just now recently in the last few months, because my shit was getting bad again, just now added something to help with it. But yeah, I've been taking the same thing. But Same thing with my because pretty much my whole family kind of deals with it. We all
Yeah.
kind of take our meds for it, and my mom, she's similar. She's been on probably 10, 15 different medications, and she's just now kind of figuring it. But I don't know how true it is, but she was saying how I guess there's some testing you can do now that can help like figure out
Oh, I'm not.
what
Yeah,
meds
that
you should
sounds right.
take.
Mhm.
So that's kind of cool. And then that's what she did, and she said it did help. So
Does
Well,
it
that's
make?
I
awesome.
have had psychological tests, and so
You know,
yes,
guys.
I've kind of gone through that.
I kind of have a question about this. Do you guys think, other than genetically, obviously, because they have found depression, anxiety, all that shit can come genetically. Do you guys think, aside from that, environment in general, just like standard of how the world is, do you think that can also contribute to right? That could also contribute and also be a thing
I
like
think
positive.
100% it does.
Okay, yeah, I
I
think
think
so
it
too.
does definitely.
So it's just like almost like if the world didn't work this way, a lot more people would be happier, right? Just in
I
general, how the
think
world works or work
I
in the
think
Well,
position they're in.
I
I
think
it's
think.
I'm
actually
too
been proven it
self-aware of
is.
what the world is.
Mhm.
I think from too early of an age, I was able to see that there's a lot of fucked up shit happening in the world,
Yeah,
and
agreed.
I'm sitting here in a comfortable, warm or cool house, whatever it may be. I don't know. It's just I think when you're like an animal and you're surviving and you're
Yeah.
living to survive, literally, you don't have time to think about that kind of shit.
Yeah, you're
That's
always
why I
going.
think suicide rates get higher and higher is because people have less and less to worry about. I feel
Yeah.
Well,
like
think about you can go to these Aborigine tribes, and all they do all day is hunt with their families to get food, and they build shit.
that's
And
it.
you can go and ask them, and you'll say, why would I want? They'll be like, why would I want to go to America or this or anywhere like Europe or whatnot and
They're
buy my own
happy.
food? You idiot!
Yeah.
And if you describe suicide to them, they don't understand what that is
Well,
because they
that's the
don't
thing
have
is I
suicide in
feel
their
like in their
tribes.
culture, a lot of them would probably that's a taboo thing to do
Hmm.
just to them in general.
So I
They're
know a
like,
lot
we're
of.
scared of that. Why would we want to go
Yeah, I
Yeah,
to
don't know.
there where people kill themselves? What is that? That's crazy.
I
Like,
know.
because they're so simple that they don't need to like worry about anything. And I feel like that really is true human, like what you
Oh,
need. All you need to
100%.
do is be with your family and friends, get food and shelter and water, and you're good to go. Like, and that's all they
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean?
And
That's
that's
all
a.
they really can do.
And you're totally right. I think we designed those things to, it's too easy for us, whatever. But I know a lot of people say this, but I'd say, like, right now, if I was just like, perfect world would be like log cabin, middle of the woods, heat, roofs, some electricity, Wi-Fi, right? And just every day getting up, chopping my own firewood. Maybe I tend to like my farm. Like I'd say, like that's a lot of hard work, right? It's easy to say, but like
Oh
tending to a
yeah.
farm, having a garden, all that shit's all day hard work. But it's like, it's almost like, yeah, even though I'm in the IT field and I have no idea how to do really any of that shit other than maybe a little bit of gardening. I do know how to hunt, but like that just seems like way more peaceful, better life than what I'm currently living, which is kind of fucked up to
100%.
say because I
I know
have
what you
a very
mean.
comfortable life. Like I have a very comfortable life, and it's like almost selfish for me to say that because people don't have
Yeah,
a
but
comfortable
then
life like this.
all
But
that hard work you're putting in is for yourself and
exactly,
only for
it's an
yourself.
investment for yourself and your friends and your family,
I
right, or
get it.
whoever's with you. Yeah,
I get it. Because I feel the same way. Like it would definitely be hard, but once you're grown accustomed to that, you like that is the way to live.
Hmm.
and like even and when I say woods, I mean that doesn't mean away from everybody. What if it's a community of log cabins in the woods that
Right.
have like
True.
a
Yeah,
dirt like with your
exactly.
friends and family? Like yeah, like and
I
everybody
wish
helps each other and they
Yeah.
build the community shit. Yeah.
I
I
wish I
hate
could do
to
that, but I feel
Yeah.
like I'm too spoiled already.
I hate to
Oh,
break it
same.
up, guys, but so due to conflicting, I'm an idiot and I got to work tomorrow. I got movie tickets to that new movie Nope. I said earlier how I was super excited to see it. So I actually got to get off early. But we got two lovely hosts, and this isn't going to be a normal thing. Trust me.
No worries. Jackson and I are gonna take the rest of the show for this episode. But Haller, hope you enjoy Nope, and hopefully next week you can maybe give us a
I'm
quick
super
rundown review
excited.
without
Oh,
spoiling
100%.
anything. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I won't spoil it. I've been really thinking about changing how I review movies for people when they ask me, and I think I'm going to start just giving people a simple yes or no to whether they should watch it
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair.
because I hate hyping things up
And then they
or
get disappointed.
shitting
They're
on
like,
things.
"Fuck you, man! You said it was gonna be
Just
really
from now
good.
on,
You fucking ruined
I'm
my
gonna tell
weekend. Fuck
people
you."
to either watch it or not watch it, and I'm gonna try really hard to not have any facial expression. I'm gonna just say yes or no, like yes, but
Sounds good,
whatever.
man.
I'm an idiot. Peace out, guys. Thank
Take
you.
it easy. See you guys.
Peace out, Gutterball
Goodbye.
people.
All right, just gotta switch over
Brother
the
hour now, boys. You
switching
know
the
how to be.
overlay here. Switching the overlay. All right, back in action. Just Jack and I.
So now let's switch the topics kind of more to shit that we both know. We both know Barry, fucking awesome TV show. If y'all haven't seen it, definitely
HBO
run it up.
Max. Check it out.
Yes, right now, run it up. Check it out.
Bill
Paul has not
Hader.
finished it yet.
Not season 3.
Fucking, you got Henry Winkler. Like a bunch of other good actors.
You
A lot
got
of good
Henry
actors in there.
Winkler.
All you need to know is you got Henry Winkler, motherfucker. Like, what
Bill
else is
Hader?
he in? You got him, you know.
Yeah, he's spicy.
And you got what's his name? Why can't I remember his name? Fuchs. That's gonna drive me crazy.
He plays Bill Dauterive.
Yes, very good guy.
In
Shit,
King of
right
the
on the tip
Hill.
of my tongue.
We know
That's
who you're talking about.
Michael Root, something like that. Root something. His last name's Root. So that's what I know. Either way, really good show. Definitely worth running up. I'm waiting for Paul to finish it so we can talk about it and spoil it for you guys on the podcast because the way it ended was great. Well, not ended, but the season. And then they said they're gonna do another one. And you're like, how the fuck are they gonna do that with what happened at the end? So it's gonna be really great.
Yeah, I haven't finished season 3 yet. I've seen 1 and 2. I'm very slowly moving through 3. I don't know. Lately, I just haven't been able to sit down and watch a show. I've just been getting up from my computer or whatever I'm doing in the evening and just going to bed.
Yeah.
I've really been like watching TV before bed lately. No, it's just been a long couple last weeks. It seems like everything's just been busy. Brought my cat to the vet. I think I already mentioned that she'll need surgery. I think I might have mentioned that in last week's show. Just dental surgery. One of her teeth isn't looking so hot, so we're doing that. It's been a crazy. Oh, I got a good story for you guys. So, most of you know, I work in the world of IT. I'm an IT guy. And of course, in IT, you're going to be ordering laptops or desktops and all types of computers, stuff like that. We had about, I think we ordered 25 laptops from Dell. And typically when you order big bulk stuff like that, you kind of get it in waves. Like I'll get like 5 or 6 of them. And then like a couple days later, I'll get like maybe 10 and, like stuff like that. Now we had already gotten 14. So we were waiting on, what was that? Like 11 more. And I get a call from FedEx the other day while I'm like literally at work, and they're just like, "Hey, is this Paul?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Paul. What's up?" And they're like, "So, 5 of your packages, they're missing." And I'm like, "What happened?" They're like, "Well, 3 guys in masks held up our FedEx driver, stabbed them, and basically robbed half the contents of like the FedEx 24-foot box truck." And I'm like, "Well, that's not good. Hope that guy's doing well." And then FedEx just basically explained to me that Dell, the people we ordered the laptops from, didn't put like a contents description and like an amount, and if you don't do that, like it's not insured basically. Like FedEx doesn't know what they're shipping, so FedEx legally only has to give us $100 per box, and those are $2,000 laptops. So 5 boxes went missing. So yeah, that's the big problem. Now I didn't really expect FedEx to reimburse us anyways, and that's Dell's fault for not putting that on their labels. So now what we're waiting for is for the rest of the shipment to show up on those other laptops so we can kind of see which 5 of the serial numbers they sent us are missing. And we've already been talking to Dell and they have to reimburse us. But man, it's getting really dangerous in the Minneapolis, Minnesota area. I'm going to tell you this right now. There are people literally holding up box trucks and stabbing FedEx drivers for fucking laptops, dude.
It's the Wild West, and I don't like the fact that Paul lives there.
I really should move back north. I really want to.
Sus.
It's just being in IT, man, it's super hard to find a job in a not tech booming city. Like I had to move down here to get a job at a school, or at least a good paying one. I don't know. My plan was to just stay down here at max between 5 and 10 years. So far, I've been down here a little over 2 years now, just to get IT experience. Once I have that experience, I can move back up north, find a nice cushy network admin role or a systems admin role, something like that, or maybe even something different. Who knows? IT, there's a lot. You can do so much with degrees in IT. So, but yeah, it's getting pretty bad down here. I mean, like we're short over 200 something cops in the city ever since
Mhm.
shits went
Oh,
down. So
wonder why. Oh, we're not gonna get into that, but I wonder why. I wonder
yeah,
why there's no cops. Interesting.
shouldn't be
Um,
defunding it. We should be funding them.
off the
Um,
topic of that, but would you guys like to hear Wi-Fi and Fi coming to you soon? Mark it on your calendars, baby. We're gonna give you a date real soon. Actually gonna be dropping some bangers. Got some
yeah,
heat in the works. We got our co-host Howler working on some fire beats.
yeah. So
Hopefully
Brandon,
maybe next time we give you a sneak peek, maybe a little bit of a taste.
it's
What we'll
gonna
be
be.
cooking
I
up.
feel like it's gonna be a while, but
Yes.
everybody just stay tuned. This channel's gonna have more than just podcasts. We're talking music videos, maybe. We're talking just straight
Yes.
up music. We're talking probably some
Bitches,
sketches. Yeah,
drugs,
pitches. Yeah.
all of that. Guns, violence. We're promising you all of that. We're
But
doing all of it.
Jackson and I are kind of starting a, let's just call it a artist or musician group called Fye, Fye, our last name. Um, and obviously more so leaning towards hip
Mhm.
hop stuff first, but we
Right.
want to branch out. We're gonna be artists. We're not just gonna do kind of one
Right.
genre, right?
Mhm.
Whether this
And
actually comes to fruition, I don't know. It all really
yes.
depends, but we're
Oh,
hoping to do some
it's
rap.
coming.
It's
I'm
coming.
bringing it. It's
Yeah.
coming to you. So get ready.
We just
And
really
what
gotta
I
get.
love about Fi is it's Fi, people, that shit Fi, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
We're
it's Fi.
Fi, and you
We're
can't
Fi.
say it. Here's the thing I love about it. It's our last name, so we get claim over it. We could use it. No one else can, right? Kind of
Yeah,
like if we were to get going, if we get going, we'll be like, that's our last name. You can't fucking use our last name, bitch. You
yeah,
know what I mean? That's
yeah,
why I
yeah.
love that shit.
Yeah, it's
It's
sick.
great.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really fun, just something to do. I mean, Jackson and I are always looking for new creative things to do, especially together in a group because it makes it more fun when you're doing fun, creative stuff with friends and family.
Mhm.
But yeah, so look out for that. I don't know when anything's gonna drop. Not gonna promise anything, but yes, it's gonna be fire. It's just Jackson and I need to really get on Haller to finish some of those beats so we can start going
Mhm.
off here.
Well, the thing
Because
about that is I also been looking, you can buy like I think one of your friends recently did. They bought like a package of beats and shit like that.
yeah,
I know
Tony did.
some sesh artists back in the day, like Dear God, like he produces for sesh. He was selling beats,
Cat
and they're not
soup.
that much. Yeah, Cat Soup was selling not too long ago. And they're not even that much. They're like 100 bucks for like 4 beats or something, and like you get the domain and like it's yours. You know what I mean? We can always look into something like that. Like a
Yeah.
100 bucks, not bad for an investment.
Yeah, if Brandon doesn't really pan out with making the beats or anything like that, we may just start with somebody, or like I was telling Jackson. Jackson knows I've tried making beats. I just can never get skilled at it, but I think he
Mhm.
could. Jackson, I think you should take the time, maybe even invest in like the cheaper version of Fruity Loops before upgrading to Pro, and just maybe giving it a
Right.
shot. There's
Well,
tons of YouTube tutorials and stuff.
I have a good friend. Well, not really a good friend, but a mutual acquaintance. Ethan Kohlhaas. Shout out to him. He makes beats and stuff like that. He's not terrible at it. He's been doing it for a while. So I can always look into him. And he'll charge me like fucking $10. He'll be like, "Here's a beat," and then like I don't, if it sounds like shit, at least I have something, And I don't think it will because he actually makes some okay music.
Yeah.
And he's actually serious about it. Like he's doing it consistently. I see. So um, I'll also have to look into that for him.
Yeah, and I don't know. Don't consider myself a musician, but I think it'd be fun to lay some crappy rap lyrics down or something like that. But rolling into this, as I told you guys maybe last week's episode, my PC build, I've been building like a basically not a future-proof system, but like a brand new computer system ground up. Uh, and it's gonna be a couple months before it's done. But I got one of my main components already. I got quite a bit of my components over here, but I'm gonna show you the big one. This is the cat's meow here. Okay, here's what we got. Now, for those of you listening, what I am holding up right now is an Asus 3090 Ti hybrid. This is one of the best graphics cards money can buy you right now. Okay, this thing was like, I don't know, 2,000, 2,200, brand new. I got it for 1,500 bucks at Micro Center, dude, and it was the last one they had. Now cards are really easy to get now. They've come down to MSRP or even a little under. They've gotten pretty cheap now. This one was not cheap, but this will last me a very long time, as long as I
Mhm.
treat it well. Right now I have a 1080 or an EVGA 1080 Ti hybrid, which is just the 120 millimeter radiator and fan. This one's the dual. The EVGA 3090 Ti, the one they make of this, has a 360 millimeter radiator. I was going for that one because I typically get EVGA cards that have never had a problem. But guess what? EVGA's website apparently doesn't accept MasterCard right now, and that's all I got. So they lost my business. So great work, EVGA. Fix your shit. I don't know what's going on with MasterCard.
That's for
What's wrong
you,
with me? I even tried PayPal and you denied me. But anyways,
bitches.
Micro Center coming in clutch. Got the ROG Strix, the Republic of Gaming, Asus 3090 Ti Hybrid. I've already, opened it and took a look at it. And holy shit, man, nobody told me how beefy these 3000 series cards are. Jesus. Like, I'm glad I have an open frame case. I have a wall mountable case I'll be doing this build in. And just because I'm glad I have that, because I'm going to need the room. I don't think this would even fit in like a standard mid-tower ATX. I think you'd need a full tower for this, man. Like, this thing is
Oh yeah,
massive.
it would not fit in the setup I have in my own graphics card. I just have a 1080 as well. Barely fit in mine one I have now. So that thing would probably take up a solid like maybe like 2/3 of my entire fucking component. It's a big boy,
Yeah.
and that's like almost what like triple the upgrade from what you have now. So it's gonna be a
Yeah.
huge upgrade.
Dude, like, games are going to play.
Beautifully.
Like, my 1080 Ti
Look
Hybrid
nice.
still holds up for the most part.
Right.
But,
They were. I have one that works fine.
yeah. But I will say this. I can tell there's some newer games and stuff. It's struggling a little bit. Like, I turn graphics down and stuff. This 3090
Right.
Ti, I really shouldn't have to touch anything. Plus, this is gonna be like, this opens me up for VR. Like, I could buy an HTC
yeah.
Vive Pro like I've always wanted, or whatever the top one
Mhm.
is. I've always wanted a Vive VR headset, but yeah, I don't know. So that's a little update on my build. You know what? I'll also do a bonus here, quick.
Paul's buying the Vibe, so I can play Resident Evil 4. That's the
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
reason he's getting it.
I got the keyboard and mouse. I'm upgrading peripherals too. Other than monitors, I already have like a brand new 2K one I got, I don't know, 7-8 months ago. But this has just got the. I'm not an Asus fanboy either. The only reason why I bought a lot of stuff Asus this time around is because I'm boycotting Corsair. That's a story for another day. I'm only putting one Corsair component in this build because I can't find anything in that realm or competitor that matches the needs I want for this build. So I had to go Corsair, but I'm still boycotting them for the most part. They suck. Fuck you, Corsair. But anyways, we got I'm going wireless now with keyboard and mouse. First time going wireless keyboard and
RGB.
mouse. Every dude, unless you pay out the ass now, it's almost really expensive to find a mouse that is an RGB. Or like, is it like, it was hard to even find one that's just one solid color. So like, my plan is just, I think you can change the colors on these. Yeah, Aura Sync, Asus. My plan is to just change it all to one color, because that's all. I don't even really want lights on anything, but or turn them off if they let me do that. So yeah, wireless mouse, and the reason why I'm going wireless is everybody knows now, wireless shit isn't junk anymore. 10 years ago today, I would tell you to never touch a wireless keyboard and mouse for gaming or anything that required instant or like not fucked up response times. Unless you wanted to pay out the ass for something like that 10 years ago. But nowadays, dude, everything's Bluetooth. Bluetooth is fast as fuck. It works great. So I got this ROG mouse, and I'll show you one more part today. This ROG Claymore 2 keyboard. And what's
Beautiful.
crazy about it is the number pad can actually detach to turn it into a smaller keyboard. So you can like use it to travel, and then it's got a detachable wrist rest. So that's
Any reason you're not just gonna use it right now until you get your own setup?
I'm weird, and like when I
You want it
tear
all at
all of
once.
this out, like current keyboard and mouse, all the new stuff's going in at once. I plan on
Nice.
kind of
Okay.
rearranging my area, rearranging some of my soundproofing panels. I'm gonna be doing quite a bit for this build, which is why it's still gonna take a while. Like, there's still a lot of components I need to buy, and I'm buying like top, and everybody out there's probably like, Paul, are you going DDR5? I don't have an answer for that yet, because I haven't bought the board and the RAM yet, and that's literally what I'm trying to decide on, is do I want DDR4 RAM or do I want to pay out the ass? Price per performance really isn't there for DDR5 yet. I think I might honestly just end up doing DDR4, to be
For
honest.
somebody who doesn't know shit about PC, what does DDR mean besides Dance Dance Revolution?
Besides Dance Dance Revolution, well, it's funny. I'm in IT and I'm a computer guy, but I'm literally blanking on what it means. So what does let's find out right now.
Well, just
Like,
for people who don't know, and also
it's
me, 'cause I don't know.
double data rate. So
Okay.
dynamic random access memory, or SDRAM, and then DDR RAM is double data rate. So that's what DIMM type RAM is, the stuff that goes in your motherboard on your desktop. And then there's also SODIMM RAM. I remember the SODIMM is like the smaller sticks that go in your laptops. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun build. It's gonna take a while, so I still get the part, a couple more months here, and hope maybe I'll do a build reveal on the show in a couple months, and I'll just kind of show you guys it all put together and like kind of what I did. I'm not doing a custom water cooling loop. Everybody out there that keeps telling me to do a custom water cooling loop, not doing it. Not doing it, okay? I don't want the maintenance. I don't plan on overclocking to the bee's knees, okay? AIOs are going to work just fine for me. This GPU's got an AIO on it, and the CPU cooler I'm getting is an AIO. Fight me. They work just as good, if not better. Fight me on it. I'm not doing any crazy shit, so I don't need that. But yeah, that's update on the build. That's pretty excited about that card. It's probably about half the price of my used car right now, so that's pretty crazy to think about.
Oh yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's almost worth more than the Buick.
Huh? Just looking at the last view on the episodes. Obviously, as the episodes go on, they're gonna differ in views. I suspected the first episode to get good views, and it did. I was happy with it, and now we're kind of dropping down into the below 50s. As I think it's gonna be our average for a little bit.
Mhm.
That's not gonna fucking deter us at all because we're gonna keep this going. The
Thank
thing
you for
about
listening
YouTube,
out there if you
yes,
are.
the thing about YouTube is you got to be consistent because if we just stop doing it, then we're not going to get views, but if we keep
Yeah.
throwing them out, we can only go up.
Yeah,
Another thing I
so
was thinking about
yeah, go
is
ahead, Jack.
we got to play to YouTube's algorithm, and I've been looking into that, stuff like that. And what we really need to do is more thumbnails of us going like, kind of like, like, because I see a lot of YouTube videos, kids like that, where people are like looking like they're gonna suck a dick or something like that. If you go on YouTube's trending page, everybody's like, oh, surprise, oh. And this isn't, you can go right now, ladies and gentlemen, go on that trending page and look and tell me if people don't look like they want to
Yeah,
all suck dick because they do.
let's get a couple right now.
Oh,
For those of you listening, we're
oh,
doing thumbnails.
oh.
You might see these
Oh,
in
crazy
future videos.
surprise. There's a lot more we need to do, but definitely something to look into because that's how we get views. Play their algorithm. Soon we'll get monetized.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
Jackson's gonna be looking into algorithm, telling me any pointers I need to do because I'm like the editor and I do a lot of the stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're gonna keep it consistent. Podcast is gonna continue to happen, and like I said, we're gonna mix in some music stuff. We're gonna maybe mix in some
Our own sketches,
sketches,
whatnot.
maybe some gaming videos. Who
Well,
knows? Just
not to spoil it, but I got some props coming this weekend. Not gonna
I
spoil
don't know
it, but
about
I got
this.
props. I got props already coming, so I plan on doing some
You better
things.
not have bought the
Um,
one prop I wanted to buy.
I don't think. You could say the prop. I mean, I
Did
won't
you
tell you
buy
if
a
I bought.
clown horn?
I did not buy a clown horn. No,
Okay,
no
don't
clown
touch the
horn.
clown horn. I'm getting your
Okay,
clown horn.
I'll
That or
leave
a
the clown
soundboard
horn
bite.
alone. But get to it. There's gonna be some sketches, some funny intros. It's gonna be great. All this again takes time. We're gonna look back on this podcast in a year, and I'm really excited to see how it's grown because I think it's gonna go
It's already
very well.
episode 5. Crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy that we're already almost a month in. Seems surreal.
Jackson,
But
did your package come?
it did arrive. Yes,
Is it here right now? Do you have it with you?
yes. I don't have it in the room, unfortunately. No, I
Do
might be able to.
you wanna go get
Should I
it?
go get it?
Yeah, do some Jackson Streetwear Corner. Jackson's just got some hot stuff off the press in the mail today. He's gonna go grab it right now, and I'm
Coming to
gonna
you.
have you hang with me. So, anyways,
Check this out.
Paul here. We got some single Paul corner time. Your host, one of your hosts of the Gutterball podcast. Please comment below and tell us what you would like to see in future episodes. Maybe topics you'd like us to discuss. Maybe things you'd like us to do. I'll do an entire beer bong on the podcast if you want. You name it. Throw some ideas our way, all right? Hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope everyone's having a beautiful, what would be Saturday when you see this. I'm going to be watching the UFC fights the time this episode drops. If you guys are into UFC, who you got this weekend? Who you got? You got Tom Aspinall, or you got Curtis Blades, right? That's the main card? Yeah. in London. I got Patty the Batty over Jordan Levitt, okay? Levitt. But anyways, we got Jackson here. He's gonna smash open
Bad
his package.
unboxing. Coming
Bad
to you.
unboxing, yeah. And I'm gonna
I
kind of,
actually might need a knife.
I'm gonna blow
You know
him
what
up
I'm gonna
here.
use? Courtesy of Paul.
Oh
We'll use
yeah,
this bad boy right here.
yeah.
What more can you need?
I got that for you from Arizona, handmade.
Oh yeah. Me and my buddy actually sharpened this, so this will take your finger off. So remember this, guys. I'm ready. I'm always prepared. I'll
It was
throw this
such
like
a,
a head like a tomahawk.
it was
I'll
such a,
scalp ya.
it was such a weird gift for you, but I thought you'd really like it. It's pretty sick. Hey
You
Jack,
enjoy it.
you might want to refocus if you can. Oh nope, it just popped in. You're good. It focused.
All right, ladies and germs, for you that don't know what this is.
Jack's gonna take the floor here.
Can't get it. Hold on, give me a second here, boys.
Jackson's trying to get open this package here.
This is a mystery box from a streetwear brand
mystery.
known as
Okay.
4444.
I like
And they're
this.
based out of Texas. One guy, I believe. And he does items that are like tapestry, so they're kind of like knit clothing. And he released a mystery box of items, and I recently just got this. I have no idea what's in here. And in this, I'm guaranteed at least one item is like a 1-for-1, like you know, he only made one of these items, so very excited to see
Oh
what I
man,
got inside of here.
I'm excited to see it too, man.
And also, a lot of these, if I don't like them too, I'll just fucking give them to siblings or friends or sell them to them or whatnot, because they weren't awfully expensive.
How much was the box, if you don't mind me asking, USD?
$200, and at most I was guaranteed 8 items, so that's $25. At least I would get with 6 items. Not sure how many in here, but
I'm already liking what
is
you're pulling out there.
this is fucking. Looks like we got some pants here.
Is that a monkey on it? What is that?
I'm not sure, but it was
An
some.
owl? Whoa, those look like some thick, well-knit pants, man. Is
Oh
that like...
yes, 444 is tapestry. These pants don't fuck around. Like these are nice, good
Dude,
quality
those look like
stuff.
shrunken heads or something on it. That's some
Yes,
crazy
I
shit, man.
really
That's some
think this
cool
is
design.
cool. This is 444X Luis Perez Banis. So this must be a collab that he did. I'm not. I don't remember this one, so it must have been older. But that is item 1 out of here. That down. This next one here, I already can tell you, I'm not a fan of, but it's definitely for somebody else, not me. And this is a mystery box, so I had no idea what I was gonna get, right? Um, but I do remember when this one dropped. This is also another collab. It says Cowgirl.
What the?
Yeah, which is not really my style.
I'd
Not
wear
really
it. Do
for
you want me
me.
to wear that, cowgirl?
But here's the hitch.
I would wear it as a meme.
It's backwards though. That's why it looks right to the camera. So to them, it's gonna look backwards because it's backwards on the shirt.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. So it doesn't like if you look at it, you're like, what the fuck?
Is that like a
say? Oh,
woman's sweater? Is it like unisex or does it matter?
it's unisex, I would say. It
How
doesn't
big is
matter.
that? That thing looks pretty big. It looks like a large.
It's a large, yes.
All right, let me know how much you want for that.
Okay.
I'll seriously wear that. That's hilarious. Cowgirl backwards, not mirrored correctly.
Next one.
Drunk people have the hardest time reading my shirt. It'd be the best conversation starter at the bar.
Oh
Whoa!
my god. The star bucket hat. But the inside here is like fucking velvet, dude. It's very
Whoa.
nice. Like it feels really, really nice.
Try that shit on. Take your headset off for a sec. Try that shit on. I want to see that on.
Oh, I'll go over the headset.
Oh, dude, that's fire.
This thing's big, dude.
That thing
I
is
like
huge.
it, though.
Dude, it looks like a
Like a
rice
witch.
patty hat almost.
I do like that. We're keeping that on. That's
Yeah, you better keep that one. That one's sick. Now, does it tell
this
you
one?
does it tell you which one's a one of one?
I'm not sure right now. This one definitely isn't because I've seen this before. This one looks like it's a balaclava that I was not expecting I was gonna get.
You got a balaclava, dude? Whoa, that looks like if you cut a tree down, you look at the lines of its life. Little rings.
This thing looks pretty sick. This
What's
is definitely
the material feel like?
Oh,
That
just like the
tapestry
same as the
stuff?
other one, tapestry. Yeah. Kind of want to look at the tag if there is one inside. There is not. There's a few more in here. It's like this last one besides glasses.
Jacko's Corner.
And
We got Whoa, dude! For $200, you got what? A pair of pants, 2 sweaters, a hat, and a ski mask so far.
yeah,
And he
really
hand
dope
makes this
sweater.
shit.
Yes.
That's
This
gotta
one
be
must
more.
be
That's crazy.
this one must be the 1-for-1 right here because it doesn't have a tag on it. I bet you this is what it is.
That is so cool.
I think that's really gnarly. And then it looks like I got his sunglasses. And I should say right now, like if I were to buy these when they came out, all those would be between 100 and $200 minimum.
For the
And I know for a fact these
sunglasses or for all
sunglasses
these
I have
items?
here, these sold for 130 retail. So I got them for $25, which is not bad. So you got the 444. Put a bunch of confetti in the box.
Jackson's now just gonna open up the sunglasses.
Thanks for ruining
here.
my room, guy. Appreciate it, but
What do you mean
we'll check out the
ruining your
sunglasses.
room?
Oh, he put confetti in the box. There's
Oh,
confetti all
really?
over the place.
Really? He opened
Fucker.
it?
Got the 444 there.
Hell yeah.
Check out these shades. Maybe slip these bad boys on.
Shout
it's
out
a nice
444
case.
Clothing. It looks like Jack got some sweet shit.
Sponsor me, please. Thank you.
Jackson got some sweet shit.
Looks like these are pretty dope. Let me get this bag off here. Oh, you cocksucking whore. I'm gonna kill you all.
All
I'm not
right.
gonna. Oh, I'm not gonna do it, YouTube. I promise. In a self-defense scenario, if you came at me though,
You're
put
getting
you
your
down.
head taken off, all right?
You're dead. Goodbye,
Calm
buddy.
down. All right, we're almost done in the corner here with Jackson, or Jacko's street corner. We're gonna.
Look, we got some shades here.
Whoa, okay, those are fire. Those are fire.
Kind of looks like something. Fuck. Who am I
looks like
thinking
something
of?
the triads would wear.
Yeah. Oh
Dude,
yeah.
Yeah, I fuck
Oh
with those.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite item in the box?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jack, we need your review. What's your favorite item in the box, and what's
favorite-
your least favorite item in the whole box?
Okay. Least favorite item. We're going straight for the cowgirl.
Really?
I'm not a fan of that. I might wear it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but we'll table that for another discussion if Paul would like that. Got some stickers there. It looks like they all just say 444 on them.
Yep. Most favorite
Also,
item?
Most favorite item? Fuck. Probably gonna go for either the pants or the skull sweater because I will wear the fuck out of both of those.
I like the pants because I got spooky faces, and also that because it's got like skulls. So like they're both equally cool, I think. Honestly, I think the coolest thing in the whole box might be those shades or that hat, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, but those are pretty cool too.
I do like the spooky faces. This I will have to find a good fit, like a good matching shirt, but it's definitely feasible.
Yeah.
But that was Jackson Streetwear Corner coming from you live.
Live.
Blind
It's
unboxing,
recorded.
you know. Fuck you. It was
It-
live to me.
It
It's
was
live to
It's
me.
live to us, all right?
Us, all right. So get bent. Sorry how that was kind of like, how'd you say, unprofessional? But we're not professional. But soon we will be.
Maybe.
And that is not going to be a normal episode of Jackson Streetwear Corner. Shit will be planned out and done.
Plus, he literally just got that delivered like when the show started, so he didn't even have time to go get it. I'm gonna pop us back out of spotlight mode on Jackson. Me and Jackson now are both on screen. But yeah, that was Jackson's Streetwear Corner. We're gonna start to kind of do that. Probably not every episode, but whenever he's got some new stuff to show, maybe some old stuff he wants to bust out of the closet and show. But Jackson collects a lot of cool stuff. I've recently gotten into collecting some clothing. I literally have like one thing. Like I have one thing. I have another thing on the way here though, which I will showcase when Jackson does his corner as well. But yeah. We're rolling up on 58 minutes here, so almost an hour. We're gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. But Jackson, is there a topic or two more we'd like to talk about before we call it a show today?
Well, not sure. What are you thinking here? Well, something I've been seeing on YouTube, and I'm kind of getting sick of it. I'm gonna start with it. Is these Breaking Bad, Sopranos edits with some kind of foreign music in the background. I'm not liking it because I see like an edit with Walter White's kill count, and he's walking around, and it's some like fucking generic music playing in the background, you know. And then the next thing you know, he's like, kill count 50, you know, net worth 100 billion. And it's like, I don't like it. And I keep seeing these Sopranos edits where it's like a cool scene at Sopranos, but they have some shitty music playing in the background where it's like, hey, you know, some shit like that. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just like, that's what it sounds like. And it's like, you're ruining a good scene. Stop it. I'm mad at you. Unplug Indian's fucking Wi-Fi because I don't like it. That's all I can say. That's my hot take.
Okay, man. Well, you know what? Instead of even conversing about that, I think we should just call it a show because I've never seen what you're talking about. Not even joking.
I don't like it. I see it all the time and I don't like it. I'm trying to watch Sopranos clips about good scenes and I can't find one without some shitty music in the background and a filter makes it look like it's from, you know, like the fucking 70s. It's already from the 90s. It's already old. Stop putting worse filters on it, you dicks.
Well, anyways, guys, a little bit of a shorter episode this week. You know, with Haller leaving and Jackson and I having a pretty busy Friday or Thursday, I should say, since we record this on Thursdays. We're gonna wrap it up. This was frame number 5. Thank you all for tuning in. Jackson, you got any call outs or anything like that?
Nope, just stay tuned. We're gonna be throwing them out weekly, consistently, and we'll see you at the top.
Noon Central Standard Time every Saturday, noon-ish. Everybody out there, you take it easy. You have a beautiful Saturday and weekend. This is one of your hosts, Paul and Jackson, signing off. Frame 5, Gutterball Podcast.